Man, I'm out here in Pacifica, California. It's close to San Francisco for those of you that have never been out here. For those of you that have never seen it, it's got some beautiful scapes, man. I'm just out here on the beach. Actually, I'm on some cliffs over the beach. And you got people down there running around, and not as many as it normally is. So it's October 5th, 2024, so it's the fall. But out here it's still pretty warm, so people are out there having some fun. But yeah, I was sitting here thinking, man, about the growth of that digital economy, the creators economy is what it's really known as. Creators are, and this is the funny thing about it, the creator economy is truly a decentralized society where people can create better lives for themselves, much better lives for themselves. And it's a trip because I remember, 10, 20 years ago, definitely 15 years ago, within the last 15 years, where you saw all kinds of people getting online, selling stuff. The whole craze was making money online. And, you do it by drop shipping, and you do it by affiliate sales. Make money online by, what else was it? Drop shipping, affiliate sales. It was all kinds of stuff, man. Web design, learn how to code. It was all kind of stuff. And yeah, the sun is to my back right now, so that's probably, I don't know if it's giving you a bad glare or what, but I'm just running my mouth right now, just introducing myself to the space. But yeah, that whole creators economy, it's funny because I thought it was a joke, like a lot of people did. And actually, during the first 5 to 10 years of it, it was mainly ran by scammers. That whole industry was run by scammers, or so it seemed. And they burned a lot of people. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people learned, though. They learned a lot of stuff from the money they lost. And let's see, I tried drop shipping, but it was just a bunch of reading and trying to figure it out. And affiliate sales, that's another one. A bunch of reading, trying to figure out how that worked and how that happened. Let's see here. I remember the craze going on about learning how to trade. And a lot of people they weren't really scammed by learning how to trade. But what happened was they weren't told the absolute truth. That's the deal with that. They weren't told the truth. So, because you can learn how to trade just by reading books. You can learn how to trade by learning the terms and trading what you're interested in. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you like, you buy shares in it. Stuff that you do every day, you kind of got an idea of the products you use, and the products you use or the services that you use. When you know how stuff works, you can have a better idea on how to trade on it on the market and make money. But then people started trading by trading off the charts, trading stuff that they didn't even know about. And that used to be a thing. Even I did it. And I lost my shirt doing it. And hindsight is 2020. I can tell you what that's about now. Because, when you're trading, when you're stock trading, you're trading against banks and other big money. And unless you just got an inside on it, you got to have an insider's tip on it to make money on that. And to be honest with you, as an individual, you're really not trading against the people at the bank. You're trading against their computer algorithms. And that's what they don't tell you when they being people that will charge you to teach you how to trade, they don't tell you that. You're trading against computer algorithms. And most of the people that charge you to teach you technical terms, teach you how to, what trading is, and that teaches you, they'll teach you the ins and outs from their perspective, but they don't tell you that you're trading against computers. And humans hardly win when they're playing against computers. That's that. Most of the people that charge you to teach you how to trade, that's really how they make their money, by charging you. They don't tell you that either. They just spit out some fancy terms and all right, this is just not throwing shade on anybody. I mean, I even paid for a course, you know what I'm saying? But I won't tell you with who. Well, you see them online. You see them. But they just don't, they're not honest with you, not 100% honest with you. But that's where this whole creators economy is going now. It's going full circle, and it's boiling down to honesty. I say that because of the people that I follow. You get a good feeling. You don't get the feeling of, you don't get this scammy feeling when they're talking to you. And you can pretty much tell when people are slick talking you or not. Well, I can. I truly can. But there is a crowd of people out here, though. That's all they do is slick talk. And that's all they resonate with are other people that do that same old slick talk using punch phrases, using slick terms, street terms, or run-of-the-mill internet terms like generational wealth. Like when people mention that term to you, you should run like the wind. Because there's no such thing as generational wealth. Not really. I mean, the intent is to make wealth that will last through generations. But you can ask the Rockefeller family. That does not happen. There's Rockefellers out here right now that are busted. Flat, broken, busted. I don't know about the Carnegie family. I mean, that was a pretty big family. I think they still got some people, offspring in that family that the trust funds are still taking pretty good care of. But I think the only way to have generational wealth is to require that people in generations behind you are trained in financial literacy. Oh, that's another catchphrase. That they are trained in preserving money. Financial literacy is another catchphrase that people use and before they do all the slick talk and yeah, take money from you. At any rate, this is how it's happening, man, because we've already seen a majority of the scammers. Oh, JT the Pocket Watcher. You can look that guy up. He's got hundreds of videos of scammy projects and scammy online influencers. And they use all the punch phrases. They use affinity. What is it? The affinity approach. They use that affinity approach to sell you things. Like if you are members of the same community or members of the same religion or members of the same, background, they'll use phrases only known or specific to those relationships with those groups to reel you in and tell you that they're the only ones that you need to believe because they're the ones that know the truth, or they're the ones that'll be honest with you. Everybody else is scamming you. They do all of that with the affinity stuff. Man, there's some brothers down there fishing. I wonder if they're catching anything. I don't know if you can see him though. That's what I need to be doing. Look like this one guy's pulling something. There's one guy out there surfing. Well, yeah, at any rate. Yeah, that affinity marketing stuff, man. It's when people start using that, like if you're from the same community, for example, when people start talking to you saying stuff like, they don't want us to know this, or they are trying to keep this from us, and dude, you're about to lose your shirt listening to people like that. You're about to lose everything you got. It has happened in, let's see, what the biggest scams here over the last 5 years. I don't know. One that comes to mind is Cesar Pena and DJ Envy doing all of that housing market scamming stuff. It's a bunch of housing market scammers out there. And they get a lot of their people, man. DJ Envy and Cesar Pena, okay, they resonated with a lot of people that made street money. And it's a trip because when you got people that got a lot of street money to invest and spend, well, if you rip them off, they're not going to go to the police. I mean, because they can't go to the police and report that you stole their street money, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy how it works. It's cyclical or circular by nature. A lot of influencers out here target people. Again, like, you can watch JC the Pocket Watcher or JT the Pocket Watcher. You can check him out. Look him up online, man, on YouTube. You'll trip on some of the stuff that he posts. And it's too many scammers to name out there. But yeah, looking at JT, man, you pull up a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. There are people that call themselves, I don't know, the Leisure Boys. The Leisure Boys. They had a dude on there with them that called himself a master investor. A master investor. And it's crazy because he wasn't doing nothing but robbing people, man. He's not a master investor at all. There are people that have spent years on Wall Street and had some of the biggest hedge funds. And they'll go in one day and lose everything they got. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but then again, they'll go and build up, they'll build up cash, but they only did it by insider trading or knowing something that everybody else doesn't know. That's the trick to trading. Knowing something that other people don't know. But I don't know, man. Learning how to trade online doesn't cost a whole lot. It just costs time and reading. And you need to learn the terms, the technical terms, and you can trade. Learning how to win at trading, nobody can tell you that except people on Wall Street that are in the know that have an idea of what kind of money moves are going to be made soon. You can catch bits and pieces. You can catch the crumbs after the move is made. You can jump in once you see it. But all the big money's already been swapped. However, you can jump in after you see a big move and catch the crumbs, but all you catching would be the crumbs that come from other small-time investors like us that are trying to catch the wave, ride the wave. You can get in if you got a computer and that has a connection quick enough. You can get in and get out and catch a little bit of it. But as far as making big money moves, I want to say it's impossible because it is. It's impossible. I'll say that. It's impossible. But the creator economy is kind of coming around full circle now. Now that everybody that had loose money to spend, everybody had money to throw away when the stimulus checks was going out and the PPP loan crooks were out there stealing money from the government and investing like crazy. Everybody had money. Money was all over the place when that was going on. But PPP loans have stopped. Stimulus checks have stopped, right? And a lot of the hype, a lot of the hoopla, a lot of all those scammy influences have disappeared or just chilled out, I guess. I guess they just moved to the back of the line, you know? It's funny, man, but this creator economy is serious, though. And I remember when I went through that phase of hearing people say, and this is when they were talking about affiliate sales, website design, and all this other stuff, that schools won't teach you this. Well, no, schools wouldn't teach you that because the online society was just moving and upgrading too fast. The minute a school would make a book on one thing, it would be old news because they'd be doing some new stuff. Learning how to code at one time, that would have brought you big money. Learning how to code. Getting into the digital creator space, selling services, learning how to code. At one time, you could have made money. But now, they got no code tools. They literally got tools that will build apps for you, build websites for you, build all kinds of stuff, man, without coding. They got bots that do the codes for you. It's crazy, man. It really is. But this creator economy is an ongoing period, man. It's some people hail it as being the new digital revolution or the new revolution, the new industrial revolution, or the final stage of, you know what I'm saying, the new gold rush. The last real gold rush was people moving out here to California and digging for gold. So that was the last, but now it's something totally different. This creator economy is serious. I'm making this video just to say it, man. Like, I'm stepping into this space now. Now that I have, after being burned by a lot of the social influencers, after having money taken from a lot of folks, man. Well, not a whole lot, because I never bought that many courses. When I say that many, I probably bought 3. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I paid for courses. I paid some YouTubers, right, that had some pretty big channels, because I was trying to figure out what they did to grow their channels. And for some people, man, are worth a few dollars. Some people, yeah, it's worth paying them because you really want to find out what they're doing and how they're doing it. Man, the sun is beautiful, though. Yo, look at this view. Hold on. Look at this view, for real. It's a dude out there on a surfboard. He's dressed in a swimsuit. I thought that was a seal at first. I was about to say, damn, it's a seal out there by himself. He must be fishing. I don't know. I figured it was, but no, it's you know. But they got seals here, though. Sea lions are here in San Francisco area. Well, they all up and down the coast. But the water is cold enough. That's why this guy has a swimsuit on. Because on the East Coast, this is the Pacific that I'm sitting on now, but on the East Coast, man, they got the Atlantic, and there's people out there all the time on surfboards in swim short or swim trunks. I never see people in swim trunks or see dudes in swim trunks and girls in bathing suits. I don't see that in California, unless they're just laying on the beach. When they actually out there in the water, they got on suits. Because the water's just, anyway, it's just colder water. But yeah, like I remember this period in this internet space, this digital era. I remember this period when everybody was saying, you don't need school. School won't teach you this. And school won't teach you what I'm about to teach you. Well, now I kind of understand what they mean. But before, that even sounded scammy to me. Because they resonated, when they would say that, when people would say, you won't learn this in school. School won't teach you this, whatever. They only resonated with dropouts and other folks that didn't even get basic schooling under their belt. So you would hear people say, yeah, I'm telling you, school don't teach you this. You don't need school. School is a waste of time. Well, those were the people on the street level. Those were the people that couldn't even spell the words that came out of their own mouths. And they'll tell you, you don't need school. It's like, dude, you need something. You can't even formulate a sentence. You need something, you know? But back to the influencers that were saying that. I mean, I've watched so many of them until I saw the pattern, until I saw what was going on. There's a system that they are using. And it's a system that works, and I get it. I mean, I've been watching since the first person, I'll tell you what, the first person that I actually paid money to was Tai Lopez. And I learned a lot of stuff from listening to his preachings. And I'll say that because it wasn't, well, I guess there were teachings too, but it was, what I mainly learned from Tai Lopez was how to think. Because I think one of his first runs came from selling books. And these books were by philosophers and other people like psychologists, people that were in that space. And Tai Lopez, back then, years ago, wanting to say about 10 years ago, his whole thing was knowledge and possessing knowledge and doing things based on knowledge. Again, there's a way of thinking that you have to, there's a way of thinking that you have to, there's a way of processing thoughts. How about that? There's a way of processing what you hear to make you understand that. Because otherwise, I'm telling you, 10 people can listen to one message and have 10 different outtakes. And when I say that, again, I'm thinking about the people that couldn't even get past 8th grade or couldn't get out of high school. I'm thinking about them running around saying, you don't need no school. See, he's even saying the same thing. At the same time, the only people, the influencers that were saying you don't need school, school's a waste of time, they already had their degrees. You understand? So they were getting people to follow them that couldn't even get diplomas or GEDs. They had those people following them saying, you don't need school, you don't need school, school's a waste of time. Well, a lot of those early influencers were just robbing the uneducated or the non-thinkers. They were robbing them blind. But now that some time has passed and now that I've heard enough of them explain how they were thinking and what they were saying, there is a little truth in that, man. I mean, there's a lot of truth in it, actually. You don't need school as long as you can read and comprehend what you read and you have the average basic thinking skills of a person that is your age. because every decade brings on experiences with people that raises their level of thinking and the way they process stuff. Every decade does. And it's a lot of stuff that school does not teach. Like a lot of things that you might go through, like you as an individual, things that you might go through, if you're able to explain that, once you go through it, if you're able to explain that, well, you can turn around and teach other people how to get through that. People that haven't necessarily encountered it yet, they will, and you can teach them how to get through it. So situations like that, what I'm starting to understand is what was meant by school is a waste of time and you don't need school to learn how to make money. Well, if you have solutions, because people have problems, they're going to have problems just as sure as people are born on this world, they are going to have problems as they continue living. And if you've already gone through problems, you can document the solution and sell the solution. Hey, this is how you get through this problem. Okay, so yeah, you don't need school for that. I understand. And the generation behind you, 5 generations behind you, they won't need school to learn from you, but they still need to learn basic stuff. Like, I say that because, and this is true, I know people, like, I know high schoolers that had the brains of rogue scholars. Then I've known high schoolers that had the brains of third graders. So again, the ones that had the brains of third graders, yeah, they needed school. They needed something. Because to make it in this world, you know, to do documents, to get driver's licenses, to do invoices if you have a business, some sort of business that has to deal with accounts receivables, accounts payables, and you got employees, you got to be smart enough to do documents. You just can't, and you got to be able to talk to people, the nuances in dealing with people and talking to people, because when you got 5 different people, you can't talk to all 5 of them the same way and resonate with them. So you have to know how to deal with people. I mean, just social skills. Yeah, school should teach you that indirectly. You should learn how to deal with different people. That happens in school every day. You deal with different people anyway. So, yeah, it's not like the jury is still out on that. I mean, I totally understand that. Yeah, you don't need school to become a millionaire in this digital economic age. But you need to be able to communicate with people, and you need to know certain nuances and how to deal with people, and that takes some form or some level of education. And everybody, there are people that have parents that can teach them well enough at home. But there are people that have parents that can't teach them anything. They can't teach them, I mean, nothing worth knowing. And not calling anybody out, but people know what I mean. People know what I'm talking about. Oh boy. And let's see here. Yeah, somebody's trying to call me. I'm trying to see who this is. But I'll have to call him back. I'll definitely have to call him back. Oh. Yeah, there's a guy down there swimming too. How crazy is that? Okay, well, he's just going about, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet off the beach into the water. He's not really going out there treading water or nothing, but, so I guess the water's not freezing cold because he's out there. But yeah, this whole digital creation space is something else. Like, there are a few pillars that are evergreens that you can get into if you're into this creator's economy. Health, wealth, relationships, self-improvement, happiness. There are some evergreen fields that you can get into and just definitely spread or teach, help people understand from your perspective, stuff that you've gone through, help them understand how to get through problems that they have with any of those things. Like in the health space, I've dabbled around with it personally, but I got to take it serious. I mean, it's my birthday today, October 5, and man, I got to take care of myself. So I got to take the health space serious. You might see me publish some stuff on health. You might see that. As a matter, before it's all over, I can guarantee you that you'll see it, because good health keeps my brain intact, keeps me thinking. The wealth space, I don't know if I'll ever talk about financial literacy and all that stuff. I mean, I'm pretty well formatted at that. I mean, I did taxes at H&R Block at one time. I learned a few things about how money works, and I appreciated the teachings. I appreciated the jobs at the time. It gave me a wealth of experience on how to deal with stuff tax-wise. Relationships, I don't know if I'll ever master that, man. They are so up and down, it's ridiculous. And you can't control people. You have to let people be who they are. And some people will come into your life to use you. Some people come into your life to take away from what you're building. If you're lucky, you'll get people in your life that you will always get good feelings from, and you will always give them good feelings, and you can build with them, and they can build with you. If you're lucky, you'll have that. So I don't know, other than that, all the stuff that I see in relationship spaces, it's either dating, matchmaking, or talking about the problems that they had. There are never any solutions in the relationship space. The self-improvement space, that kind of comes with health, but a bigger picture of self-improvement would be getting to the lifestyle that you want to live. Getting to the lifestyle that you need to live. That would be the whole building a business, whether it's building a business online in this creators economy or building an offline business. That's a big part of self-improvement. A very big part of self-improvement. Creating the life that you want to live and living comfortably. You know, getting better rest, waking up and eating better foods, cooking better, being better all the way around. And once you kind of master that, you can teach it. Like, to be honest with you, self-improvement. Let's go to that. I mean, recently, I got my contractor's license in California for heating and cooling. So I'm an HVAC contractor now. So if the jobs don't work out that are out here, I came out here as a union electrician, IBEW electrician. And I came from Atlanta, by the way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm from the A, so peace to Atlanta. But union jobs are hit and miss. But when all else fails, I just pull out my contractor's license and go around and fix air conditioners and make money until the season comes back in for electricians. But that's self-improvement though. And that only brings me comfort and peace of mind. That's all it is, because it's still work. I mean, it's a headache. Who likes working, lifting air conditioners and crawling through attics and fixing stuff? I like it because it keeps me from being hungry. But, I could probably teach others how to fix air. Well, I can definitely teach others how to fix air conditioners. But I don't know. It's one of those boring type jobs. Like, people don't necessarily see that as, I don't know, a lot of people, what's the term I'm looking for? it's not a turn-on job. It's not a job that would make people say, ooh, he does this, and ooh, he does that, or whatever. But I mean, it's a necessary skill. Everybody wants a cold beer, like when they reach in their refrigerator, if you drink beer. Or people want to be cool when it's hot outside. They want air conditioning. People enjoy air conditioning, so it's a good skill to have. But yeah, and electricity too. Electricity is almost necessary. Like if both of my grandmothers, if they were still living, they'd tell you, yeah, son, you don't need no electricity. I mean, just do everything you need to do in the daytime, and in the evening, you go to sleep. Or if you got to get up in the middle of the night, you light a candle. You don't need electricity, you know. But that's another generation. That's way before me. But yeah, man, a lot of people act like you need electricity. Now, I personally would say you need refrigeration, air conditioning, and heating, because I'd say you definitely need heating and cooling, because you want to preserve your food, so you want to have a freezer that works. You want a refrigerator that works to preserve food so it doesn't spoil or go bad on you. And when it's snowing outside, depending on where you live, you want it to be warm inside so you can sleep comfortably. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, that's what I did for self-improvement. I became a contractor. But this is a brick and mortar job. This is an offline job. That stuff that I did to protect myself against not being caught out there. But this creators economy, this new digital revelation, or this new renaissance period that's going on, man, it's serious. This creators economy is serious. It's an economy that's based on solutions, honest, truthful solutions. Now that all the scammers are being pushed back. And I think people now are smarter about who they listen to, or hopefully they are. But who knows? I mean, time will tell. There will still be a lot of people that get taken by scammers. I mean, there are a lot of people that'll, oh gosh, there's so many people, man, that'll teach you fraudulent stuff, like bank fraud and all the other stuff. And again, you can find them on JT the Pocket Watchers page. JT talks about them all the time. You can learn this, people that use catchphrases and affinity language, that do affinity marketing, like I mentioned earlier. Market to the people that's either from the same group, same demographic, or ethnicity. They use slick terms and street terms, or make this play and make that kind of play, and refer to everything as a play. Yeah, it's all dope talk, man. It's all dope talk. But if you resonate with that, and that's who you listen to, find somebody that's being honest with you, man. I personally wouldn't support anybody that uses street terms when they're trying to teach or sell me something. I just don't. And that's a rule of thumb. And I think I learned that lesson long before I started making the money I make now as an electrician and as a heating and cooling guy. And it's pretty good money, man. I make okay money. But this whole digital creators economy that's building, brewing, and taking over is opening up a lot of space to teach a lot of people a lot of things. At any rate, I'm gonna enjoy some more of this weather, man. And probably go and find me another location, sit down and do some more journaling and think about it. I might even jump on and film another skit on my phone. But yeah, you're about to see me a lot more. It's good to meet you. And I hope you enjoy what I talk about when I'm with you, because it's all about stuff that has happened in my life, stuff that I found solutions to, and stuff that's helping me grow. And you're about to see it as I build right now and put my journal online for everybody to see. At any rate, I'm about to check out. Have a good day. Peace.